And hello and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It is a beautiful Saturday here. I mean, it's slightly foggy, but you know what? That's how it normally is these last couple of days. Today, we're going to jump into another demo called Dolven, a dungeon tactical RPG slash poker style management game. Let's go ahead and get started here. The intro is actually really, really nice. The whole intro is voice staffed. It's very, very nice, very, very kind, and we can go ahead and just skip that here. Now, my audio is not going to be technically synced up. I am doing a post edit. I realized after, let's see, 45 minutes of the video that I've condensed down into 12 minutes that I wasn't speaking at all, and my mic was turned off. So, oh well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. There are six classes in the game. There is the archer, the rogue, the mage, the guardian, the warrior, and the cleric. You cannot play as the cleric. You cannot play as the hunter, which is a little disappointing. Each class has its own strengths and weaknesses. You can see on the bottom. Let's see. I might not even be at that point, but I'll cut the audio, sync it, or do the video to how I can. We're not going to rant as much today as normal. I just want to get through some of the opening. In the first level here, what happens is the gate's going to close behind you, locking you into the dungeon. The only way out is if the civilians that you rescue go back through the dungeon the way that you had already cleared in order to leave. You do get a couple of heroes along the way. You do get equipment along the way. In the first room, the first spell that they want you to play is Pyro. You place that on one of the four altars down below, and that will clear the whole path. Normally in a game, any enemy that is sitting in that row, you do damage to. There are counter spells and everything like that, so keep that in mind. I'll talk about that a little later. Um, as well as, let's see, movement. You get two actions per turn, which is up in the top left. The blue bar shows you 2 of 2 or 0 of 0. The first three rooms, really, until you get to the what is it? The Cage Villager, where it teaches you about the combat. You get to freely move and interact, so don't worry about all that. Your health is up at the top left as well above the movement. That does not increase. Your character doesn't really level up until after the dungeon. And I haven't actually beaten one of the bosses yet. I just get to a certain point to where I go, okay, I've had enough of this. Let's go ahead and try it again. The next part here, you can see that this guardian down here is currently incapacitated. We're going to cast Resurrection on him, and then we have to use another spell called Cleanse, or else he would be in the prone position and unable to attack for the next turn. You do need both of these characters to open the gate to free the civilian as well in the next room. So let's go ahead and skip over past that and get into the first fight, depending on where we're at in the video, where the desync is. There's also a glitch here with a green bar. That's just from me clicking through faster than the game can recognize. So the way to get past that is to back out to the main menu and come back. Yes, you'll have to restart combat all the way through. There are a few more bugs in the game where your turn sometimes just gets automatically skipped and you lose a complete turn. Same thing, back out, retry. You can infinitely retry a stage if you lose. Your points aren't diminished, your points aren't anything. As well as equipment, you can get different equipment every map or every time you reload. So if you aren't happy with the starting equipment, you can go ahead and restart and reload that. Let's see, we're at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds here. I'm going to go ahead and see where I'm at in the video and then continue with my dialogue afterwards. Alrighty, so after checking where we are in the video here, it looks like we're on to the first set of combat phases. You will see with each character there are a current 3 sets of moves. The first is attack for the Guardian, the second is shield, and the third is a cleave. Cleave, or power swing in this case, I think it is, does a fixed amount of damage of, I think, base damage plus 9 times 2. So you get up to about 49 to 50 damage per attack. And let's see, the shield will give you the ability to block about 20% damage, or in this case, 20 points of damage. I guess it's a glitch in the developer code. I'm not complaining. That's actually a really good thing. The secondary warrior we have, I think, is the rogue. He has a backstab attack, which does 9 times 2, so 18 to 25 damage. If you use his swift ability in slot 3, he gains dexterity, which, yes, will boost that up to a 28 or 29 damage itself. The basic attack he has is a dual stab. Where I'm at in the video with him doing that, I do not know. The equipment you get afterwards is just some basic starting equipment. Like again, I said earlier, you can freely switch between this and that. Next up is going to be the dungeon map when we finish here. That will show you how far the boss room is from where you are and the optional fight. When you do the optional fight, it will teleport you back to the next closest room where it has the option to go to the main boss. That's a really neat feature. I wish they keep that in the full game. The next few minutes, I want to say 7 minutes, I'll just be filling in some gaps with some basic information, and we will go from there. After this map is done, the next room we go into, we pick up another character. I believe in this playthrough, we pick up an archer. They have a. No, we don't pick up an archer. We pick up another guardian because we're a wizard. Or do we pick up the rogue that time? I don't know. We get one of the two characters, and I wasn't paying too hard attention in the video. But the mage, you have a death area, which you use that, and any enemy in that 9 tic-tac-toe grid basically loses 13 to 27 health. That is every turn for 2 turns. So when you pop the ability, you will get X amount of enemies' health times the 17. You do more damage the more enemies that are there. So 2 enemies is 17 each. 3 enemies is about 34, and 4 enemies is about 44. Yes, they do take damage. If they stay there and they end their turn, you gain extra health. It's at the end of your action, their action, your action, and their action. So 2 turns, 4 actions. Amazing. They also have a fireball. They also have a magic missile. The ranged archers or the range abilities can only attack 2 squares ahead. So square 1, square 2, you can attack either of those. Priority targets are mages, then melee, because if you have a guardian, it's easier for them to defend. You can use mitigate spells. Let me see where I'm at in the video, and then I can better explain some of the magic cards that you have down here to play and what mana really does and really is. So mana is the number in the lower left over by our draw pile. You get 5 to 6 cards a turn. What they do is they will allow you to cast spells such as area damage, character specific damage, increase of armor, increase of dexterity, increase of strength, critical chance, poison damage, spark damage, fire damage, all types of elemental damage. There are quick cast cards and solid play cards. Solid play cards are the blue cards or the blue and red cards. What they do is when you place it, you activate the spell on one of the podiums. From there, the more cards you play, if they match the same coloring, as in blue and blue, or green and green, or red and red, you gain an additional mana. If you play 4 cards or use the enemy's cards and they all sync up to be either the same mana cost, the same number, or the same color, you gain that many bonus mana points for completing the set. Quick cast cards, that's a mouthful, especially with no teeth. What they are instant played cards. They do take a lot of mana. They do not reload your mana, and they are 1 time to 2 time uses. Each card should have a tick, but like Resurrection, the quick cast card is 1 time play per map. There's an ability, I think it's Maria. She actually costs 5 mana, and she will return a character to you at full health as well. There are, like I said, damaging cards. Matching the suits, matching the types, matching the numbers gives you that much mana back. The enemy also can capitalize on those cards as well. So if you set yourself up for a nice 4-banger to try to get that much more mana, the enemy will automatically play a card and steal it. The enemy will always try to play the best card in the scenario for them first. Mostly it's going to be attacking you, attacking the area, and then shielding themselves in that order. There's also Summon. Summon is the 4th on the priority list. Capturing mana playing a card and then playing multiple cards is how that also works in that order. There are ways to counter those spells by putting like a pitfall, and then I'll raise that ground with a statue instead. That way you can't attack with your ranged. You can't walk there. Placing down bear traps, placing down any hidden traps. You can't see where they are. The enemy can't see where they are. They can walk into them. The best thing to do with those trap cards is put them in front of one melee unit, which will get stopped in their tracks for taking the damage. Or if there's a spike trap, which is that grid you see on the ground, I would put it next to that because stepping on that grid stops their turn. Stepping in the bear trap will stop the turn. You can essentially flood the field with obstacles and force them into any type of detrimental state. Now, items, once you get further into the game, into the maps, you do not have to walk across them. You do get them at the end of the game. Also, going back on the mana topic, the more mana you use, the less you have the next turn. Every turn or every turn counter, which is a full turn, you gain +1 to your mana pool. So it refreshes starting at turn 1, 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, so on and so forth. The only way to increase that is to play a mana card costing 3 to gain 1 additional mana back. So basically, you get 4 for the cost of 3. Doesn't really work out in your numbers, but you can still play more cards. More cards you play, the more chances you get to get that mana orb to get more mana back to play more cards. On the left side, there's a button that says buy card. You spend 1 mana to buy a card from your draw deck that is after your draw phase at the start of the turn to see if you can keep casting spells. The best way to do your spells or your buffs is to play them before you make any moves. That way you can get the maximum amount of damage. Now, the critical, it says 1 attack. It's supposed to be 1 turn, so 2 attacks on 1 character. 2 turns is 2 full rounds, not 2 full turns. So that would be the end of your second round, or the end of the enemy's second turn from when you casted the card is when it leaves. Could be a little better explained, but that's what you learn through the game. Now, I came across this after another developer for Merge Maestro, yes, you know the one, gave me a CD key. I'm going to put another video out on that game. I have a bunch of broken combos and a bunch of broken footage to show, and I found this game through him. I guess he's also co-developing or co-testing this game. So it's always a bonus when you can go through things. Other than that, I should be at the end of the video. Thank you all for staying if you did. Thank you all for clicking through. And I'll see y'all in the next video. It's going to be another Merge Maestro. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, or great evening, or a great tomorrow.